What's going on, guys? Welcome back to a brand new video vlogging by Instinct. Today we have something new. We have a little poker footage. If you don't like watching poker, this video is probably not for you because that's all it's going to be. But if you like watching poker, strap down, tune in. It's going to be a fun video to watch. So I was lucky enough to play on the Best Bet live stream. Best Bet is in Jacksonville, Florida, and we're playing 2-2 no limit hold'em, minimum buy-in of $100, maximum buy-in of $500. So it was a great time. Anybody can be on the stream. They just have to email Best Bet live stream, and they can get on. This was New Year's Eve, and a high hand promotion was going. It was $2,020 every hour for the highest hand, and you'll see a little bit later. I was lucky enough to hit it. So let's get right into the hands. One of the reasons I'm doing this is because I want to get better at poker. So I know if I post these videos, the comments will just berate me with criticism, and I will get better. That's really what I care about. I care about getting better. These are the lower stakes where you're buying in for $400 or $500. Once you get to the higher stakes, it's a little more serious. So I want to catch my mistakes while we're playing the lower stakes. So picking up Ace-7 of spades. Gonna go ahead and pop it up to $8. Get a couple callers. 4x, nothing wrong with a 4x raise, but they were opening a little wider and a little higher. So they were opening to like 15. Flop a whole lot of nothing. So I'm just gonna check this. No reason to bet it, because that can hit their board or their range is pretty easy. Turn the flush draw. Gonna go ahead and bet it. 15 bucks, and they're just like, okay, I'll call with pretty much nothing, some straight draws, and I bink it on the river. This is where I made a mistake. Pot is $73. I know they're not very strong because they didn't lead out, so I should be betting on probably half pot or less, but I decided to size up to about 2/3 pot, $50. Too much. It's just too much of a bet. So there was mistake number one, but I took that one down, so no complaints there. I missed out on one hand because the stream glitched out, but I'll just fill you in real quick because it matters to my chip stack. One of the first few hands I was in for $400, pick up pocket queens, get it all in against pocket kings, lose that one, so then I rebought for another 400, so I'm in for a total of 800. At this hand I'm down about $250. I made kind of a looser call pre-flop with Jack-9 suited. I called 20. Usually I'm going to fold for that sizing, but I wanted to play with it. Flop a 9. Felt like I had the best hand. The only thing I would critique on this hand is I would try to get some river value because he's probably going to be, betting if he has a queen or a 10. Maybe not a 10, but I feel like I could probably get some value from ace high. So that's what I would change on that one. But again, always good to win one. A little backstory on Crazy Dave. He was the one that I lost the kings versus queens to in the beginning of the session, and he was opening pretty wide. He had about 1250 in his stack, which is pretty big for this game. So he was kind of trying to bully people around. As you can see, opening was 7 deuce off, and I noticed that, people were calling pretty wide. So I decided to pop it up, steal some dead money, as there was about 60 bucks there just sitting there, and I didn't feel anyone had a good enough hand to call a big 3-bet. In hindsight, I'd probably prefer a sizing of $100, maybe a little less, because I don't think it's even necessary to open it that huge, because if Crazy Dave did happen to have a hand, I'm just going to lose an extra $30 because he's probably just going to re-raise me. So, in hindsight, probably making it $100, but picked up an extra $64 there, so good with me.
I'm taking you guys back to the top.
You're right. It can't be all winning hands in a poker vlog. That just wouldn't be right. So we are going to go to our next category, which is called Joey punts off hundreds of dollars making stupid plays. It's one of my favorite categories. So we're going to start it off with the first hand, pick it up 9-5 suited, going to pop it up to 15. I'm not really upset with that play. That's just pretty standard. Have some suited cards, want to pick up some blinds. If it doesn't work out, you can always hit the flop. What I do after this is pretty stupid. So, as you can see, Pam just flattered with ace-king. Normally people would 3-bet ace-king, so I definitely didn't put her on ace-king. I knew she was a tighter player, but didn't think she was that tight. So, she flops the flush draw. I'm going to continue my story that I have a big hand, aces, kings, queens, and she is going to call my $20 on the flop. Turn a king, which is great for her, and it's actually a great card for my perceived range, so why would I stop there? Go ahead and throw out $45, and she is going to snap call. So, you would think at this point I would give up, which would be the most reasonable thing, because I know she's a tighter player, and she is not calling me with nothing, but I decided to go for the whole enchilada. You know, gotta give me props on the heart, but not on the play. So, $164 in the pot. I say, how about $125? Almost a pot-sized bet. Pretty big bet. So she's only going to be able to call me with pretty good hands, which she happens to have. And I understand the call here. I could definitely have queens in this spot. And she blocks aces and kings. So she's going to call it off. There is a great old punt from me. And like I said, it can't all be good hands.
Shane, you wait till your buddies find out. Wait till your buddies find out.
If you thought that I was done giving away money in this poker session, well, you're wrong. I'm not done. It's one of my favorite things to do. So let's go over another instance where I donated hundreds of dollars. Crazy Dave is going to go ahead and pop it up with his favorite hand, 7-deuce offsuit, to $20 as he did before. I'm going to go ahead and call with the 7-6 suited. Nothing wrong with that. I'm going to mix in some calls, mix in some 3-bets, mix in some folds. Shane, pocket queens, that's a premium. And I think he had a little bit more than 197. I could be wrong. But he goes ahead and pops it up to $72. Well, that's just a pretty standard fold for me. Bye-bye $20. Not much else to say on that. Wait, what am I doing? What are you doing, Joey? Why are you reaching for chips? I don't understand what you're doing. Oh, you're gonna call? $72 with 7-6? Wow. You really like giving away money. So, we're in this now. Might as well make the most of it. Flop a flush draw. Boom, boom. He goes ahead and ships it. I snap call. Because you know what? When you call with a hand like that and flop a flush draw, you just got to go with it. And there is another donation. Say goodbye to my $200. And I am now down to $596 when I was almost, even. So that's great. But, oh well. Another punt. It's good for the content. We're going to try not to do it next time.
Night, buddy.
After donating hundreds of dollars, we decide donate no more. So we pick up a premium pocket jacks. Facing a raise to 15, we're going to pop it up to $80. In hindsight, I'd probably like $60 or $65. But I'm just going to critique myself because that's what I do. Shane is going to pick up ace-queen offsuit. And he's going to say, hey, I have all this new money from some fish. I'm going to go ahead and call the $76. Folds all the way around. We're going heads up to a flop. Hoping to not see queens, kings, or aces on the flop. And we don't. We actually see a jack. Gives us top set. Have him nearly drawing dead. We go ahead and check it over. I mean, there's 2 hearts on the board, but we definitely don't want to fold out a person when we have top set. I was thinking maybe he had queen, king, but I was mainly putting him on ace, king, or ace, queen. And we go ahead and bet 60. We got to charge him for his draws in case he does have one of those hands. He could also have 8s, 9s, 10s, stuff like that. So we go ahead and charge him. He misses the draw. I go ahead and check. I'm not scared of any hands. I just want to give him an opportunity to bluff. And he does so. He goes ahead and throws out a bet of $80. And I'm like, no, you don't have queen, king. We're going to go all in. And of course, he lays it down. So I took the money back from him, some of it at least, and we are on our way to a winning session.
He said you did not go. So we saw.
Here's the hand that you guys have all been waiting for. Thank you for sticking around and watching. I do appreciate the support. If you could drop a like and, of course, subscribe. We're going to have more poker content coming out later this month and after that. So, we go ahead and call $16 with the 8-5 suited. I love calling with these cards because, you know, sometimes you hit flops like this and just get paid off. So, we flop the inside straight flush draw. Tons of outs. As you can see, we're 38% dog to aces, which is not bad. I know that Treetop has been a little tighter this session, so I know he's certainly not betting out with nothing. At this point, I thought he either had aces, queens, or kings. I didn't really think he had ace-king because I think he would probably just check that back. So I knew he had a big hand, so there's no point in me raising. If I raise, he's just going to call, and then I'm hoping to hit my hand. It's just a bad play, so we just flat call, looking to reevaluate some turns. And the turn is pretty nice to us. The turn gives us the 8 high flush. Now we know that he doesn't have kings with the king of clubs, so we're not worried about that. We have the 8 high flush. The only thing we're really, cautious about, not worried, is the ace of clubs or the queen of clubs. So we call it. We're hoping not to see a club on the river, and we do see a club. Unfortunate. Wait, but it's not unfortunate because we hit the straight flush. Amazing hand for us. It didn't matter. Treetop didn't have a club anyway, but Treetop was a great guy. He came over, he shook my hand, he said, nice hand, He was a really great guy to play with, and his wife Pam, I gave some money to her, so no worries there. But everyone I played on the stream with, super nice people. I ended up winning the $2,020 high hand, and the stream was tons of fun to play on. I'm actually going there next week. I'm going March 14th through March 24th to Jacksonville, Florida. I'm going to be playing on some live streams and playing some of their spring tournaments. So I can't wait to go. It's really a great poker room. If you're ever in Jacksonville, Florida, I really recommend stopping by. And they have a really good stream if you ever want to watch it. Best Bet Live YouTube channel. Thank you for everyone for watching this video. I had a really good time making it, and I can't wait to make some more. So we'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.